what's going on?
Hi, so here on the Dan Show podcast, I am giving weekly updates on Rhoda Young Live, and not updates, weekly recaps of like the craziest moments or whatever happened. So this week, I'm trying to remember how this all came in order. I'm just going to tell you like how I have it. Wait, let me just talk about the wig. On Sunday, Rhoda Young Live, who is a news reporter in Virginia, the Hampton Roads area. Go look her up. She's very funny. She's very informative. She's very powerful. Her birthday is on Tuesday, which is, I'm sorry, I did not mean for all that to go on. Her birthday's on Tuesday, which is really cool. She's turning 50, which is also really cool. Okay, so let me get back to the point. Sunday, she was at home getting ready to go somewhere. And she was like, I want to make a wig. So she was making a wig. So she's like lacing all the, parts on. She's like, I don't have enough hair, but I'm going to make it work. It was a blonde hair. She was gluing everything on to the wig cap, which is on her head. She's cutting it. She's adding more hair, adding brown hair. She's like, I don't like it, but I'm going to do it. She goes to rip the wig off. She goes to rip the wig off, and the wig is glued onto her head, you guys. Like, you can't make this shit up if you wanted to. Like, it was like the funniest shit ever. I literally cried laughing for like 20 minutes watching her. It's like, oh, it's stuck. And for some reason, it reminded me of the Sister Act 2 movie when Whoopi got like glued to the seat and she's like struggling down the hall. And shit, oh my God, don't make me go watch Sister Act. I love that movie. But anyways, so the wig gets glued to her head. That was so fucking hilarious. She's like in the bathroom, shampooing it out, and asking Steven to come in. Oh, while she's all cooking, she's cooking like I forgot she was cooking Salisbury steak, and she's like continuously complaining about her husband Steven's eating habits and how he just like eats up everything. He just ate a pork chop and fries. Now he want like, this Salisbury steak. And I was just like, oh my God, I can't. She made Salisbury steak, I think green beans, and some rice-a-roni, homemade rice-a-roni. That was just like too funny. So then this next story happened Monday, I think it was. No. It happened on Tuesday. She got a call, I think Monday, like early Tuesday morning, like 12 a.m. or something, that this girl had ran away because her friend's mother brought her friend over to beat her ass. She beat the girl's ass, and I guess they videotaped it. I don't know if it's online or they was threatening to put it online, but she was just like so embarrassed. Her dad like was like preventing her from like fighting. I don't really understand how it doesn't really make a lot of sense, but it's like her dad was preventing her from fighting. And we put two and two together in the comments, and we were like, the girl wants to fight. I feel like the girl wanted to fight. No, I feel like the girl, because her dad prevented her from fighting somehow, she ended up getting assaulted and like beat up and stuff. But because of all this, I feel like she felt like she could have won the fight. That's why she was really bad and she ran away and embarrassed probably and thought she was going to be in trouble. But, your friend's mother brought her over. And that's the whole thing. They were just like, what grown woman brings their daughter over to fight another child? Welcome to 2022. So the girl, ran away and she became like a missing child. And so the girl, Rhoda ended up driving like 3-4 cities over to find the girl. Rhoda's, ditching her car in a ditch, running here, running there, screaming at this lady, because they're all in her backyard. And the team of people, the team in that area that watched Rhoda, helped find the young lady, a 15-year-old. I think her name was Zoe. Helped find Zoe. Zoe was about to hop a fence. They stopped her from hopping fences. They're just like, you know, you probably want to go, you know, get checked out mentally, you know, get some help, because this is not, you know, a normal situation. Well, welcome to 2022. But, you know, Rhoda was like, she's a fan of mine. I gotta go find her. I love her. And Rhoda, you know, just so compassionate. She's like, you know, I just woke up, brushed my teeth, and now I'm over here driving to find. It was just like crazy. The woman, like, in the white lady, get out of my yard, or whatever she was saying. Messed up the groove. Like, come on, girl. That was crazy. That was like a 2-hour day. She did not stop taping that day, and it's entertaining. It's fun. It's wild. It's definitely wild. So, Candace. Oh, another missing child. So Monday morning, Candace Morell, the young child that I talked about last week, that made me kind of start wanting to do these recaps. She was found in Arizona, and Rhoda was pissed that none of the family called her and told her. So Rhoda had called, I think, the stepfather, and he was like, well, I'm on the phone with the FBI, so I gotta go. I'll call you later. I'm guessing he did not call her later. No, thank you. Rhoda ended up calling the grandmother, who I talked highly of last week, and Rhoda pretty much said what I was saying. You know, she was the truth. She was real. She was honest. She was loving. She was very helpful. She did not turn Rhoda away. She understood Rhoda's role in this. And even though, you know, Rhoda called her and she didn't call her, she was very thankful and very, you know, thankful to Rhoda, which ended up giving, which, you know, I would be pissed too. And Rhoda kind of went spiraling in a little bit. You know, I think a lot of these things are like getting to Rhoda. Not a lot. They are definitely getting to Rhoda, and she's not. I don't think I don't know. I think, you know, I don't know. I think she's doing okay, but I feel like if things were better, she would be a little bit better in terms of her recognition. Just this call and say thank you. Thank you for helping find Candace Morell. Because if it wasn't for you, almost a week later, we would not have been found her. And she was found in Arizona, and they were talking, somebody was mentioning like sex trafficking from Virginia to Arizona. Oh my gosh. You guys. I'm done. I can't, you guys. I really can't. But the girl was found, and Rhoda was pissed. I would be pissed too. Sent Rhoda down this like, I'm going to work on me. I'm done helping y'all niggas. Sent Rolanda up on there talking about her daughter. Gave like 50,000 views, you know, going off on everybody, giving off the new rules. It's unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. Okay, so let's talk about everything that's kind of coming to it.
Next car, honey, next car.
So, everything that's coming to a head now with Virginia Beach, I think it is. Virginia Beach City Hall versus Rhoda Young, basically. So, let me give you a little backstory about what got all this popping. It was like July 1st, I think. They called Rhoda over to Seaview Loft Apartments in Virginia. And this was the most devastating story I have seen. I've seen, you know, her talk about roaches, rats, bed bugs, ceilings falling, cars in flames, Chinese food, restaurants, funny stories, really crazy stories, some serious stories. But this one was the saddest stories because the city of Virginia Beach, I believe, was evicting like 600 people from this apartment complex because things in the apartment were not up to code. And so if my memory serves me correct, it was like the city was bringing the owners to court, but like the owners, I don't think he was going to court, so they kept postponing it or something, or putting like some kind of like putting some kind of action via the court putting some kind of action in each time. Okay, I'm saying this wrong, but basically these people were being evicted because of things in the apartment, like I think the water, the elevator wasn't working, a whole plethora of things that made this apartment complex not safe. So they were being evicted in like 2 days. Literally. It was like the 29th of June. That's when they got the eviction notices saying, you guys got to be out of here, or it's going to be sheriffs at the doors evicting you. Because y'all got to go. You paid your rent? Cool. You got to go now. And so it was like the apartment complex didn't give the residents any kind of heads up. They were very confused. It was the most devastating, confusing, crazy story. People rushing to get U-Hauls, rushing in and out of the building. It's hot. Elderly people have nowhere to go. Elderly people, trying to move. Elderly, physically impaired. It was like crazy. This was the craziest story. The city kept giving the apartment violations. Rhoda ended up thinking, this is $1 million property. It's on the sea. It's near the lake or something. This is where the beginning of like Virginia. This is where the elite or the well-to-do people in the beginning of like, I guess like the 1800s, 1900s, whatever. This is where they used to live. Now it's like this very luxurious apartment building here. She's basically saying the city wants to bring up so many violations that the owner can't make or fix. So he's just going to like sell it. No. Was it sell it to... No, they'll just end up giving it up to the city. The city will end up selling it to the highest contractor. The city makes a lot of money. Leaving, a bunch of black people, some mixed, other races in there, homeless. And, destitute into living in being homeless and being spread out over Virginia. That happened. So Rhoda went up there to the city hall, which is like a couple blocks away. And she was trying to like get the attention of the city manager, which, what's funny? What's actually hilarious? Rhoda is always up at city hall. But these city hall people are never at work. They're always not at city hall. And I'm like, who are these people that are supposed to be doing their jobs, but they're not at work? Politicians for you, baby. Skip to, I think last week, Rhoda got this letter as she was trying to enter City Hall, Virginia Beach City Hall. By, a sheriff or somebody, whoever was working there. And it banned Rhoda out of Virginia Beach City Hall for a year because of, quote unquote, what they say, disrespecting city workers, filming city workers, being rude to city workers. Specific words were like focusing the camera and focusing on city workers' butts, asking city workers about what they're going to do in the restrooms. This is all on Rhoda Young's platform, on her Facebook video. So it's like somebody went on her Facebook videos and got these specific, quote unquote specific. None of them were like, nothing was disrespectful. Nothing was like being mean. Rhoda, you know, in her camera, she's funny. She's always cracking a joke, looking at people's bodies and stuff. It's funny. I think that's the only thing that probably would be like the only truth. Like, yeah, she was like looking at, you know, this man's butt as she got off the elevator, which was funny. And then like the restroom joke. Did you do number one or number two? Are you about to do number one or two? That's pretty much the only, like, those two are pretty much the only real evidence. But it's like, to ban her at a city hall, if she does, but she has to have an appointment. That's what it was. Like, you can go to city hall, but you have to have an appointment. But then they could also, you know, oh, you're Rhoda, so we'll push the schedule for weeks and weeks and weeks from now. That's pretty much the only thing. So she was just like very shocked, confused. A lot of people around her, a couple of lawyers, a couple of like police officers were like, they can't do this. I think, you know, I don't think you can be banned from a city official building. That's her point of view. I'm a news reporter. I'm always up here trying to help people get things done, whether it's law, whether it's getting the city manager notified. That's pretty much her point of view. I'm a journalist and I'm here to do work, and you guys are stopping me and preventing me from doing work. Also, she feels like there's like a hit putting out her on her. I don't think she really necessarily means like literally a hit, but like to stop her from exposing the truth about Virginia Beach and the Seaview Loft apartment situation. Oh, Newport News. Did I say Virginia Beach? It's Newport News. I wrote it down. It's sitting right here in my face. Like, I did not write it down. Newport News. So she got that letter and she like went home. She's calling Newport News city manager, the city hall, trying to figure out who sent this letter, why they sent it. She's very confused. She's very sad, depressed, and that ended up like giving her, she had like a breakdown. She was like crying. She's like, nobody's here for me. I'm here for everybody. Nobody's here for me. I really need a team of people to help me now with this because it's not right. And she's like, I'm depressed. And then her niece went missing. They thought something bad was going to happen to her niece. They ended up finding her niece. It was just like, it was a really rough like couple of days watching Rhoda when she would go on live. And that's where she is now. She's just she needs people to help her fight this case. I think she has a lawyer. To not fight the case, but like bring up a case to fight it, because as she said, like, she's a news reporter and it's just not right what they're doing to her. And she's like, I'm the nicest person. There was no warning. If you would have given me a warning, I would have like not brought she's very, very, like, if you ask her not to film you, she might think about it twice, but at the end of the day, she won't film you, right? She's very respectful about who she films. If you say don't film her, she's not going to film. If you can't bring your phone in here, she's not going to bring her. There's many a times where she's running back to the, because you can't bring your phone in to like the courtrooms. Hundreds every time. She's running back and forth to her car, getting her phone, getting her equipment, and, you know, putting it up or going to get it, setting it out. Hey, can you watch my phone right quick? Can you watch my camera right quick? I have to go do this for like 2 minutes. You know, she's very respectful. She's very funny. She's very respectful. That's the thing. She's very respectful. And this letter is disrespectful. She ended up calling somebody and they were like, hey, Newport News, I want you to get all the camera footage. I want to know who sent this. I want to know why they sent this. I want to know why there wasn't a warning. I want to know, she's like, if there was a warning, you know, I would have toned it back. I would have toned it down. No problem. But she, like I said, she's talking to somebody. I want the camera footage. I want the audio footage. I want the voicemails. I want the emails. I want the text messages. I want everything pulled, because what you're saying about me is, in my opinion, the Dare Show podcast opinion, in my opinion, it's like 96% true. But in her opinion, she'll, I think she'll say like 98 to 100%. But that's the recap for this week. What are your thoughts on these crazy stories from Candace being found, and of course the family not helping her, Rhoda going and finding Zoe, doing what like the police should be doing, as she said, why does it take me to come do what the police should be doing, that we pay them to do? Child, I gotta go. This is the Dare Show podcast.
And I have this fierce single that Sammy McKinney and these little guys put together, baby. I got a single that'll make you jump up and dance, and if you can't dance to that, you got a hole in your soul, okay?